It's time for Sunday mobility and stretch. Today we're doing legs. Today's legs. I'm gonna start with a dynamic warm up. We'll do 30 seconds each way, and then we'll get into it. Inchworm, you're walking it out. Plank position, take it back. Stretching those hamstrings out. Reach up to the ceiling. So bring it all the way down, hamstring length, walk it out to plank. I want you to pause and plank. Use those hands so I'm hiking my hips back up. My feet stay where they're at. My hands walk back to my feet. Good, 30 seconds. Keep going. Pause. Walk it back in. And go. Keep going. Nice. One more. All right, we're gonna do some lateral dynamic hip stretch. So reach out in front and just gently dip into that side hip. Come back to the middle and other side hip. Back and forth. Good job. You're gonna work in the range you have. Breathe out. So I've noticed I'll show this to people and they try to get deep, 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 but if you don't have that range, don't worry about it. So if this is your range and you're here, that's where you're stopping. I reach forward to keep my chest up. I want my chest up and I'm reaching over, all right? And I'm just going gently into that hip. So again, you're taking the range you have. If you can get deeper into that hip, that's fine. If you can take it all the way down, go right ahead. Flip that other foot open. Flip it down, come up. Take it all the way down. Flip that foot open to the ceiling. Bring it back down to the floor, come up. That's only if you have the available range. If you notice, my chest is still up. I'm not doing this bent over, right? So I'm maintaining my form. I'm listening to my body. So I'm only doing what my body allows. Good. So otherwise, you're here. Okay, let's do some circles. Hands on your hips. Take it in, out, right leg, out, in, okay? So we're rotating out from the outside. Take it in. Good work. Out, outside, take it in. Good. Some standing hip circles. Standing hip cars, nice. A few rounds. So hopefully everybody's having a great week. Ending one, about to start the next. If you celebrate Christmas, it's a week before Christmas. It's also the week before Hanukkah, so there's a lot of festivities happening this week. Other leg, please. Good. Rotate out, rotate in. So hopefully everybody's, like I said, staying nice and healthy. Make sure to stay hydrated. Eat those fruits and vegetables. I had a client the other day ask me, because we were going over his program for the next month and just updating things, and he was like, well, what do I do around Christmas, because I really want to eat cake? And I said, well, then eat your cake. That's not a problem. I'm not taking that from you. First of all, it's the holidays. So this is not something you do on a regular basis. I'm going to open up wide. I'm going up on my toes, reaching up to the ceiling, and squat down. We've done this one before. Reach up to the toes and squat down. Good. Up and down. So I just told him, like, for those days that you're eating heavier meals, richer meals, don't skip your vegetables. Make sure you got those vegetables in there. Make sure you got that extra fiber in there to push all that stuff out, because we don't want to hang on to it, because that stuff doesn't really break down in our body that great. So you just want to give it some assistance through fiber, which would be your vegetables, right? Some fruits. Get some hydration in there through the fruits and vegetables and the water, of course. Help yourself get rid of that stuff, but enjoy, right? So it's time for the family, it's time with friends. I'm not taking that away. So I even told him, I'm like, you can also use that time to take a break. You know, he's been consistent, he's been doing it the way it's lined out. He's in his 60s and he works. He travels, he drives, so he's able to still fit it in his week. So I just told him, I'm like, you've been doing what you're supposed to do. So during that time, if it means you take a couple days off. All right, lastly, we'll do some dynamic hip. I'm gonna go on an angle, so I'm stepping forward and reaching back. So just alternate that. We're not doing a deep lunge. I'm actually just stretching my hip flexor. Hopefully you can see it. Good. And a little bit of extension with the back bend. If you notice, I'm not doing that, right? Chest is always up. Chest is up. Reach back. So, yeah, I was just saying, use that time to spend time with family. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, take a break. If you're not meeting anybody, just use that time to rest, rejuvenate. Just, I don't let more than 2 days go by so that you don't lose the habit that you created, right? Your body's used to this now. So don't lose that habit by just sitting there and saying, well, it's Christmas time, so I'm done now until, noon. If you have any type of back pain, I want you to keep one leg bent as you stretch out the right leg. If this causes any kind of pain shooting down your leg, you're just not gonna do this, or we're gonna shorten the lever arm, we'll bend the leg, okay? So, knees bent, one straight. If you have back pain, I'm using my strap around my foot, and I'm pulling it towards me. I feel a good stretch all the way, hanging out here. If I can, this doesn't hurt my back, I'm gonna straighten out the other leg. So hanging out here in a nice hamstring stretch. Because I have that strap at the top of my foot, I'm gonna just add some ankle pumps while I'm here. Taking advantage of the fact that I'm already here, get a bit of length through my Achilles. So just up, down, good. There we go. A few more seconds here. Nice. Since I'm here, I'm extending my right arm out. This is still my right leg. The strap is on my foot. I T-band. I'm coming up and over a little bit. If you can. If you don't have a strap, you're doing that. If you can reach. If this is too high, you're here. You're at your calf. You're at your thigh. If this is too much, keeping the leg straight, slightly bend the knee, but not like this. Slight bend, and then go ahead. All right. So I'm going back to my strap because I am going to do an adductor stretch while we're here. So I'm here. I went across my body towards my left. Now I'm taking it over to my right side. Opening up. This is a good deep one into the hip adductor. I don't want to face the camera because it might be a little bit much, but it's my groin. So you do what you can do. I'll go on an angle a bit. All right. I'm letting back to hamstring, left leg on your back, knee bent if need be. All right, so I was saying earlier, if you have any kind of back pain, I want you to keep one leg bent. I'm now stretching my left leg. I have my stretching strap where you can use your hand. Leg is bent, lying back. Bring that leg towards you. Get a good stretch along the back of the leg. If this doesn't bother your back or you don't have anything shooting down the leg, you can go ahead and straighten that right leg. All right, holding that for a good 30 seconds. Nice stretch, and while we're here, since I have my strap, I'm gonna do my ankle pumps and get some movement into the Achilles. Up, down. There you go. All right, open up that left leg. Gently pull towards your right. Feel the side of that leg. Again, if this is too much, you can shorten your lever, slightly bend the knee, and bring it over. We're not twisting the back though. If you don't have your strap, you're doing hamstring stretch like this, and then you're doing IT band like this, wherever you can reach. Good, now back to your strap around the foot for the hip adductor. So again, you're gonna listen to your body for this one. If you don't have the range, don't take it there. You do what you can, and one leg might not go as much as the other. So now we're opening. So my leg went to the right, now is opening up to the left, my left leg. I have my strap, you do what you can. Ooh. Let it open, but I'm also gently pulling it towards my left shoulder. So I'm in hip abduction to get a deep groin stretch. If it's too much, don't do it. But my back is still flat on the floor. My back is, I'm not rotating open. And breathe through this one. Ooh, you gotta breathe through this one. All right, bring that leg in. Just give yourself a hug. Good, roll yourself up. And go into hip flexors again. This time runner's lunge. So my left leg is forward, right leg is back. Do two different ways, so depending on what you need. If you don't like kneeling on your knee, roll a towel, or I'll show you the one off the knee. It's a little bit more aggressive, but you may be able to do it. Either way, pad your floor. This is gym flooring, so this is what I put in my basement because it's soft, so now all is good. So we're here. I want you to just go ahead and reach up and dip. Let that stretch go into the front of the hip. My arms are up to get a little bit more of a stretch. If you notice, my weight this is more stationary. This is my pivot. This is what's stretching. I'm not bending into my front leg like this. So I'm staying nice and tall, opening up the hip, reaching back to get deeper into that hip flexor. The hip flexor is actually your thigh, your quad, but it actually inserts deep in your pelvis. Adding that extension going this way or side bending away from it will give you a deeper stretch. I want you here and breathe through it. Again, if holding your arms overhead is not something you like to do, bring the arms down. Just do the same stretch. If you need more, I'm gonna have you come up onto that toe. So we're gonna be in a deeper runner stretch, okay? Nice and deep. Same thing. I'm gonna keep here for balance, reach up and over. And breathe. Bring that down. Just gonna rotate it right around. So my right leg is up. I'm gonna start on my knee first. Reach forward. So I move from my hip. My hip is doing the work. I'm reaching forward with that hip, getting a deep stretch in the front of the thigh here. You might feel it into your pelvis, and that's okay because that's where that muscle actually starts. You need more in this stretch. You reach back and you breathe. Good, add a little bit of side bend. Now we're gonna take it up to that toe. Come up, if you can, balancing. But you can keep that hand on my right, I have my hand on my right thigh, my right leg, sorry, to keep my balance, and then I'm gonna stand and reach over again. So keep going, this is what it looks like from the front. Runner's lunge. I'm here, step back, I'm tall, hand on my thigh, reach up and over. When I stretch, if I feel like I need a little bit more, I'm not trying to force it, I use the breath. So I breathe in, and I breathe out, try to get a little bit deeper, and then I hold it, and I breathe out, try and get a little bit deeper. Downward dog calf stretch, and we're done. So we're just in downward dog position. I want you to put your right leg over your left, up on that toe, drop your heel. Feel a good stretch. Just drop it down. Hang out here, up on that toe again, and then drop the heel. Reach down into the ground with your heel. So think about pushing your heel through the ground to get a deep, there you go, into your stretch. And we're breathing here again. Keep going. If this is too much for you, I'll show you again, just standing against the wall. All right, switch feet. So right foot is down, left leg over right, lift up to toe, drop your heel down, press through the ground and hang out here and breathe. Again, if it's too much to hold your body in that downward dog position, you use a wall. You know what? Standard calf stretch, bam, right there. Push that heel down into the ground though. So we did a 3-minute dynamic warm-up for the legs, then just worked on some lower leg stretching, hamstrings, IT band, hip adductor inside of leg, groin, hip flexor, couple ways, and then ended with calf. So 5 main groups, the 5 major groups. So hopefully that helps you out. Save this for later, try it whenever you need it. Anytime you do a heavy leg day workout, jump rope, running, walking, all of the good things. So thanks again for joining.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, turn those notifications on, and like this video. Black Star PT Wellness, all channels.